They took 10 boys into the shrine, but only one came out. That boy was never the same again. My name is Nnamdi. I was one of the 10. This happened in the village of Undu many years ago. Our king, Eze Maduabuchi, was a great man, but he had no child, not even one. His wives were many, but none of them gave him a son. The elders said the land would be cursed if the king died without an heir. People started whispering that maybe the gods were angry. Then one day, the king called a village meeting. He stood in the middle of the square, surrounded by his guards. His face looked older than before. His voice was low but firm. "The gods have spoken," he said. 10 boys must enter the shrine of Ani, the earth goddess. One will be chosen. He will become my son and the next king." There was silence. No one knew what that meant. The shrine of Ani was deep in the forest. No one ever went there. It was a sacred place. Even the priests only entered with blindfolds. Still, no one could refuse the king. They picked 10 boys. We were all between the ages of 12 and 15. I was 13. My mother cried when they took me. My father didn't say a word. He just gave me a wooden carving of a tortoise and told me to keep it in my pocket. The journey to the shrine took 1 day and 1 night. The guards blindfolded us before we entered. The air inside the shrine was cold and smelled like wet earth and bitter leaves. We were told to sit in a circle and say nothing. Then the priest came in. He carried a bowl filled with a dark, thick liquid. He said, "Drink. If the goddess chooses you, you will live. If not, you will sleep." We drank. One by one, the boys started falling. Some screamed first. Some just dropped quietly. I don't know why I stayed awake. I remember sweating. I remember feeling like ants were crawling under my skin. I held the tortoise in my hand the whole time. When I opened my eyes, the priest was standing over me. He smiled and said, "You are the chosen." I didn't feel lucky. When I came out of the shrine, the king hugged me. He called me my son, in front of the whole village. There was celebration, drums, food, dancing. But at night I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing the faces of the other boys. I could hear them breathing, crying, calling for their mothers. I couldn't eat meat anymore. I didn't laugh when others laughed. Years later, I became king after Eze Maduabuchi died. But I don't feel like a king. I feel like the last boy standing in a dark circle, holding a tortoise, wondering why the gods spared me. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they only delayed me. And sometimes when I close my eyes, I still see them. All 9. Watching me. Waiting.